In this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English phrase to make eye contact. When you talk to someone, you can look directly into their eyes. You can make eye contact when you talk to them. But often when you're having conversations, you do look away occasionally as well. There's a little bit of lightning there. I hope I can get this video done safely. Anyways, when you make eye contact, it means you look at someone. If you look straight at my eyes right now, we're making eye contact kind of through the internet, I guess. In North America, it's okay to make eye contact when having a conversation with someone. In some cultures, it might not be, but where I live, it's common. The way I talk to you on the camera is the way I talk to people normally. Sometimes I look away, sometimes I make eye contact for a little bit, sometimes I look away again. So what you see when you're watching these videos is how I actually talk to people. The second phrase I wanted to teach you today is to make contact. When you make contact with someone, it means that you call them, or you text them, or you send them a letter. Maybe you have an uncle who moved away and you want to make contact with him, to invite him to a family event. You might send him an email, you might send him a quick text on the phone. You will make contact however you can so he knows that something's going on. Anyways, to review, to make eye contact means to look at someone directly in the eye to eye, and to make contact means to contact someone. But hey, let's look at a comment from a previous video. This comment is from Constantine, and it is, "Duplex looks like a townhouse, but only for 2 families. Thanks for showing around and keep having a nice warm weekend." My response, yes. When there are more than 2 units, we usually call them townhouses. I'll try and make a video in front of some next time. I'm having trouble reading English today. So that's where I am, and the rain has stopped a little bit, so we can go on a little tour. These are townhouses. So every house is very similar to the house beside it, and it's probably a little hard to see, but there are 4 separate residences in each building. There's a little gap down here that you'll see in a minute, but there's a door here, number 67, number 65, number 63, and number 61. This whole building, actually I think there's 6 in here. Did you see the lightning in the sky? I should get back in my van. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's actually 8 in this one. So there are 8 separate families, or 8 separate sets of people living in this house. They don't have to be families, of course. And each one has their own residence. So we would call this a townhouse. I think it might be called row housing in some places, but we would call it townhouse. We would call them townhouses. This one's for sale. If you're moving to Canada, you could move into this townhouse right here. I have no idea how much it costs. I'm gonna guess it probably costs around $600,000 or maybe a bit less. I might be on the high side with that guess. So yep, townhouses. There's a whole street of them here. They're considered one of the cheaper ways to buy a house. I know I just said $600,000, but when you're looking to buy a house, often you will buy a townhouse if that is the first house you're buying, because they're on the cheaper side of what houses cost here in Canada. So anyways, townhouses. I'll let you see them in the background as I walk back towards the safety of my van. By the way, this is how, let me show you. This is how, oh, I got a drop on the lens. This is how I made my very first video. I can remove this lens and then it'll be gone. My very first video on my big channel I made standing under the back door of my SUV and to keep me out of the rain. You should go watch that. I'll put a link somewhere and you can go watch that one. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'll have another short English lesson for you in a few days. Bye.